So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses.
Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey.
Wouldn't you agree?
How am I supposed to answer?
Anyway, we have to hurry before the class trial begins again.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, then show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository, then I guess we should head that way for now.
That's my teleportation music.
Ifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
Well then, let's get started.
She crouched down next to Taka without hesitation and began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons.
Her movements were smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel... Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move his massive corpse.
Every time? Every time.
Every time. From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository, all the way from the first floor to the second, all without anyone noticing. I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems that Hifumi died to a blow from the head. I don't think this is a conversation.
No, it's not. It's just
This is stuff we already know.
a recap, if you will.
So what are we doing here?
She wanted to examine the bodies.
See.
Makoto, I found something.
Hey.
You remember? Yeah.
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore in his left hand?
Whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much?
No, that's not it. Anyway, you said you had a watch?
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right?
I don't know what that says. Is that 5 o'clock? No, wait.
I don't know.
No,
I
it's
can't
not.
see how it is on his wrist.
So I'm
Quarter to two.
I rotated it slightly.
It could be almost like 1:45 if it's like this. Get me?
I assume for convenience sake, it's showing us.
Yeah, but it doesn't
right
look
side
like that. Well, in that case, it's like 6 o'clock. It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, there you go. You were right.
The hands are just frozen.
The hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken.
Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he started to stare pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words.
So if it worked at 10 o'clock last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning.
However.
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something.
You're right. There's something white in there.
Makoto.
Can you try and pry it out?
Me?
Because.
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labour, right?
Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A paper aeroplane?
Hey.
Was that all he had in his hand?
Yeah, that's it. Just this little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
Is that right?
I wonder about that.
Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then.
Let's check Ifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own.
Well, do I need to do that again? No. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this.
A wad of paper?
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him.
Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see?
In his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
it was just his pants. Not like his socks or something.
I don't know what that means.
Hey.
See, this depends all on whether you call them trousers or pants.
I mean,
If you
same
call them
difference.
trousers, then her hands have been in his underpants. If you call them pants, hands have been in his normal pants.
Given this is an American localization, I'm assuming trousers.
Pants are trousers.
Yes.
But pants are trousers to me. In the north, would say pants. We do.
Say what?
Pants.
Oh, if he said pelts.
These are pants,
If he said pelts.
not trousers. And when I lived down south, that was a big deal.
Was it?
Yeah, they made a massive deal out of that.
Language, am I right?
See, hey.
When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it was like, it better be important, you feel me? I will never forgive you for this. And there's the note.
It's the note that was
So,
in Hero's room.
No, it's the note that your hero claimed that he
Claimed that
got.
he had. That sounds very familiar.
That's it. It's the same thing Hero said. He was telling us the truth.
however,
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it?
So it's the weird note on the door. Hold, you escape. Can't find out, so don't tell anyone else now. Rec room at 1 a.m. The time is different. The hero said his note said to meet at 1 a.m.
6 a.m. The time to watch.
is that
I'll be
right?
there when your heart stops beating.
Well, just because Ifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So,
Part of it's been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there.
There's some meaning to it being ripped. Could you maybe explain it a little some more? Think
Hey.
carefully. Why would he? Go on.
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly?
I have no idea.
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important?
And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer, said Sophie.
Sounds just like me.
The note Nifumi had.
Nifumi.
I know what I said.
Okay.
I'm aware of my mistake.
hey,
While we're at it, I should tell you one other thing.
The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think that they were connected to the killings in the first place.
So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may have played a role. I know I added words.
A handbook may play a role. I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Know what time it is?
Class trial time. Ba ba da ba da.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red...
Pooh-hoo.
It would seem.
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end.
You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion.
Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going.
Okay. I don't wanna.
Dum 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 dum.
Dun, 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 Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. As soon as we were all there,
Monokuma appears!
Why is there two of them?
why not?
But why is there two of them?
Why not?
Because one is enough.
Double the Monokuma, double the thrill, chills, and kills. He multiplied?
Wrong.
Also, a tiny bit of your spit landing perfectly on my lip.
You're welcome.
I'll save it for later.
Oh. Nope, not multiplication. It's just like, it just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast, it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Tough crowd.
You're not playing along.
Along.
We're not here to play with you. Okay. Hey! Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train. Elevator.
Lift.
I'll see you guys down there.
The lift.
Let's go. Please.
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
She's so mad.
She's hella mad.
I already told you, I didn't do it. For serious.
That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume? Or the note?
Well, no, but
How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
this isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the court.
That's
You
right.
just love her so much.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, we have to do it. Yeah. It's always the I have to do it. I have to do it for like, shut up. Fucking go in the door.
For serious.
Like, literally shut the fuck up. The text is always the same.
If you had one shot,
Looking a little empty
one
down there.
opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted,
What are you going on about?
would you capture it or just let it slip?
Right. When I see you all gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
just the worst.
Do you remember that Usher song? Climax. That's a no.
No.
It's actually about breaking up with someone, I think.
Okay.
Not about, other things that it could be misconstrued to be about. It's very high pitched, or I'd recreate the magic. Anyway, we continue on. Only because of you.
Yeah, you realized it was your line?
I couldn't. Some of it is voiced in the class trial, so I was a bit like,
Yeah, not
I
yet.
don't know whether to do.
Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm going to start it. We'll never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break.
But we will. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
mean, we totally did. I never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so, yeah, Yeah, whatever.
Of course we do.
We haven't got any skills.
Is that because we go to sleep?
Yes. Oh, we've got a few that we haven't been equipping. Lol.
I'm shook.
Yeah. There are 9 of them. Oh wait, no, there aren't. There's more. Anyway, doesn't matter. Increases damage to the opponent when there's 10 missing. Okay. These are all both useless. That only matters for like you know the rhythm game thing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it's for. Head hurts. Okay, let's review. The game lags when it gets here. I don't know why. It's so bad here when I open the menu. Right, ready to go?
I'm ready.
Let's quick studying, revision, go.
Let's go.
The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon.
The tarp was found under the repository under Kiyotaka's lifeless body. It was apparently used to move Kiyotaka in order to avoid leaving any bloodstains.
The dolly was found when the body was rediscovered in the repository. This specific dolly has no handles, and the blood was found on one of its wheels. It is assumed that this is the same dolly that was in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was originally discovered.
When they were first found in the nurse's office, Hifumi's glasses were covered in blood. However, when they were next seen in the repository, they were completely clean.
Hammers of all shapes and sizes were found in the repository. One of them was found wet and had apparently been recently washed.
The door connecting the art room to the repository was designed to open only from the repository side. According to
Aoi,
it was locked during the search for the missing body. However, when the body was discovered, it had somehow been unlocked.
a puddle of blood was found in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was initially found. A tire track had been left behind with the blood.
The cloth was found in the trash can in the nurse's office. It is branded with a popular cartoon character and was found with blood on it. One has to wonder if someone used it to wipe some blood away.
Ifumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently, they weren't gone for more than a minute or two.
This is the note that Yasuhiro wrote to everyone to meet in the dining hall. Meet in the dining hall is all it says. The handwriting is remarkably neat and clear.
These are the blueprints for Robo Justice, which was found in Yasuhiro's room.
No one but Yasuhiro could have possibly fit into the costume. In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees.
Apparently, Yasuhiro received a mysterious note last night. The note reads, "I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
Kiyotaka's wristwatch broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock. It was confirmed that as of late last night, the watch still worked, which means it must have broken the following morning when he was attacked.
Kiyotaka's lifeless hand was found clutching a small scrap of paper.
Hifumi had this note hidden on him. One edge of it appears to be torn. The note reads, "I found a hole. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
Each student has their own e-handbook, which also acts as a key. The owner's name is displayed at each time the handbook is booted up. It is believed that no handbooks were involved in carrying out the murders this time.
Well done, us.
You ready? Class trial! All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the...
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
Yo.
So I did the same thing I did last time.
Yeah?
What you're going off in your own bit.
Yeah, blue.
What?
1 for the money and the free time. It's 2 for the lies that you denied. All rise.
All rise.
3 for the calls you've been faking. It's 4 for the making. 4 for the times you've been faking. All right, I'm gonna tell it to your
All
face.
right.
I rest my case.
Cool. I know the song you were singing.
All Rise by Blue.
By Blue.
Yes,
Blue.
Blue. Don't look at me like that. I fucking love Blue.
I feel ill.
You joined in.
Yeah, I didn't know it was Blue.
With other such classics as Breathe Easy, One Love, and lots of others that I can't remember right now.
They're words. Those are words.
You'll know them.
Yeah, those are words.
One love for the mother's pride. One
Okay,
love
see? There we go. Now you're speaking my language.
for the times we cried. One love. Gotta stay alive. Oh, I will survive.
You're Fiat 500ing this 100ing the screen right now.
Bringing out my inner basic bitch right now.
We already know who did it.
If Biz was here, Biz would be on this hype.
Yeah, well. We already know who did it. What? It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for them when the murder took place. Found him in the suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out.
Did you have
I was
an auto
asleep
while
the
I was
whole
living my
time.
best life?
I don't know anything
No.
about it.
I skipped.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry
That's
to
rich.
say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer? Or, before anything else, we have to make that clear. Alright, let's have a discussion. Make your argument. Yasuhiro's message.
Oh no.
It's only one.
Everything
You
we
need a
found
reminder
in
of
your
what the
room.
message was.
No. I didn't think I did until you said that. Oh, no.
That the meet in the dining hall one.
No, I don't.
All right.
The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
I mean, looking at the blueprint, that handwriting is awfully messy. So you got to tell me.
What did I say?
So you got to tell me which one it was that is then.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts,
That one,
they
surely.
are all proof enough
No?
that you
I don't remember the button. Sorry, couldn't remember the button.
It's not true. It's a Hero, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in
the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all that you are the culprit.
What?
It's not true! It's a
Hero, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
As in, you missed right
Everything we
before.
found in the
No,
blueprints.
it's
The
missed.
suit parts, they are all that you are the culprit.
It's not true!
It's like it's
a
skipping.
Hero, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in
In your room, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof in that you are.
the culprit.
It's like the last
Not true!
second.
It's a
Hero, why?
No! Just hold on a
It's
second!
a bit fucked. Not gonna lie.
Everything we found in the
If it's
blueprints.
wrong, it would
The
tell me
suit
I'm wrong.
parts, they are all proof in that you are.
The culprit.
It's
You
not
not
true!
get it then?
It's
No.
Like, you got it.
No! Just hold on a second!
What's going on?
Everything we found in
The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
There we go.
No, that's wrong!
That's wrong.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero's innocent as well.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course, he passes it off to me.
Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
I think the answer's pretty obvious.
Hero.
Yeah.
If you think it's obvious, how is it going to be Asahina?
I got it!
Or the
Other than
Illuminati?
Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
You should get a game over if you answer the Illuminati.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
We should be fine. Well, maybe we might not be fine.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What?
Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The things that they were used to move Taka's body, there must have been.
Taka's body. The dolly.
except I can't find the dolly.
I got it!
There's still one more thing. Dolly and
Tarpaulin.
the what?
Top.
Yeah. Oh, wait, obviously the cowpole. I was like, what?
They were
No, it's a tarpaulin.
dolly and a tarp, right?
Top what?
Tarpaulin. That's the long name for tarp.
Oh, okay. Wait, what? Did I get it wrong? What's the attitude?
Let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared
Oopsie,
from the
Shark King.
equipment room.
Mm-hmm.
And then we
Yeah,
rediscovered it.
he's
in the
taller than
repository.
Yasuhiro, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, Hero had short man syndrome. I feel like.
He's 6'1", yeah.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a
Oh wait,
blue
no, I
tarp,
was thinking of someone
right?
else for the short man syndrome. Yes, Hero's 6 foot.
Yeah.
It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Why is that so funny?
Yeah.
There is
She's
no shame
raised
in
an
being
objection.
wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Yeah, not like I basically solved the entire the cases, like, last, like,
We have all
Twice.
accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. But maybe I can change your mind. But can I just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository?
Absolutely.
Hey. Go on. Let's talk about reloading.
Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe.
On the bottom of the screen, is your phone interesting?
Meh.
Underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up to now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's
Statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the X button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark.
I don't know what this is.
Neither do I, because I thought that was happening anyway.
Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are.
I don't get it.
Oh, we're playing like rhythm game.
Oh, I don't. You're better doing that because I just.
I'm
press
doing
buttons.
it.
I know, but I just press buttons.
Okay, so this is weird. Usually you don't have to do this immediately.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
Basically,
cannot
yeah, Y to
agree.
reload to get your bullets
You are
back.
a fool.
Okay.
But the more you lock on, so I've locked into 3, I lose 3.
Do your
Y
worst.
to reload each one. A.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
So pathetic.
That was easy.
I like that
I
the final
cannot
strike
agree.
was
Are you absolutely
so
positive?
pathetic.
This should prove it.
That was relatively easy and short.
Was that the whole class trial?
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved,
Can we just remember how
No,
long the last
no.
I was gonna say.
That's what I was saying. I was like, oh, I'm surprised this is actually coming very soon. But if you're asking for proof, yeah, well.
when I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer
Can't take the word
probably
dolly
rolled the dolly
seriously
through the
anymore.
blood on
Right.
accident as they wheeled
I
the
would have called
body
that
out
a
of the room.
trolley, not a dolly. A dolly to me is like Miss Polly had a dolly that was sick.
I thought you were gonna say 666. That would have been way more interesting. But
Do you not know that nursery rhyme?
no, I would have
my
called
God.
I would have called it Flatboard Wheelie Boy.
Because of course,
But that's just me.
of
And as
course.
the blood dried on the tire,
believe you don't
they
know
moved
Miss
the
Polly had a
body into
dolly.
the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, Celeste hate me that? Does she hate me that
Well,
much?
anyway,
She
that was
fucking
just something we had to get out of
hates
the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will
You have to
become
bend down to move the
immediately
dolly.
obvious.
Can't bend at the waist.
Yep, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. Let's see what bullets are loaded up.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. So, up to you to figure out which statement to use
Easy,
it on.
breezy, beautiful cover girl.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it
Could
off.
be that.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have
Could
a
be that.
handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend
That,
over.
that.
No, it's wrong.
Good one.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together.
Not to mention, you can't bend at the waist.
Dun, 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 dun.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it,
Yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance because
Can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
yeah, you couldn't get it off. You just saw that.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Basically.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't
Oh,
move
she's
the
not
dolly?
convinced.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How'd you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Yeah, I thought that with my own thinking. I
got smarts in the
Hold on a
brains.
second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Chioko's fighting it.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it before we rush to a verdict. Shouldn't we explore every single possibility instead of seizing on one viewpoint? The truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look
Unlikely.
back at what happened.
Unlikely.
I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up. So we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room, and
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
that was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? Saw shadows, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
What's wrong? Da-da-da. Intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran up as soon as I screamed. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
and then
Unga. That's what it said, did it not?
I know, but it was the way.
Unga.
Ungya.
Hifumi's in the nurse's office.
at that point we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya,
So the
and
reason why they're
Toko
rehashing
chased after
everything
the
is because
suspect.
it is a complicated case.
When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Yes, I'm aware. Please don't die on me.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Really? I remember hearing it.
And that's
We
when I told
didn't.
you guys about
Not until
Hifumi.
his body had moved.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it like extensively that we'd not heard it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again. But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Especially since Kyoko was not there for any of it.
Okay, well,
True.
if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them. No matter what. Intensifies. Monokuma file.
Numero 3.
Do you remember what it said?
So, regarding
really say a
Taka's
lot.
death,
No, pretty much just that.
Blow to the head, killed with a similar weapon. Weapon?
A weapon. They kill with similar weapon. Weapon.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
what makes you say that?
And it doesn't say anything about who was first.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
Okay, so we've missed it.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Is it that simple? The Justice Hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
You're watching me. I don't
I don't know. I'm looking for
We
tells
already
on
know
your
what order
face.
they were killed in.
I actually don't know the answer.
Taka came last.
I don't know.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It doesn't mention
It's
numbers
true
though,
that
so maybe
Hifumi
it's the
was
first
killed
one.
with Justice
Hammer 3, while Taka's death came.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
Shoot!
Oh,
So, regarding
My
Taka's, I
apologies.
wonder if he, or perhaps it was after.
There's only two.
know what
I don't
Taka
think it's.
came
I don't
last.
think
What
it's.
makes you say that?
I don't think
Because
it's
of the
for.
numbering of the Justice
Shit.
Hammers.
It's true
That Hifumi
I don't think
was
it's for that
killed
one
while
either.
Taka's death came.
See?
well,
So
it's got to be for
obvious
one of
Taka
them,
came
surely.
after. So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was. We already know what Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling this. I had a feeling this was good. I had a feeling that we'd have to use this
So,
feature. You might have forgotten about
regarding
it.
Taka's
I've forgotten
death,
about it.
I wonder if he
We have to
died
change the
before
bullet,
Hifumi,
or perhaps it was
Yes.
after?
Yeah.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No, I don't
It's
know if
true
the
that
numbering
Hifumi,
is what we
while
need.
Taka's death came.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, regarding,
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
we already know what order they were killed in.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah. So yeah, it was very obvious. I was like, I don't think any of that my
Hold on.
bullet we
There's
used
no
is used for any
reason
of
to
these.
assume
Yeah.
that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. There's something that relates to what time he must have died. What time
The
did
time!
he have? swallow this whole damn microphone because wow, how
reckon you
obvious is
could?
that? No.
Mine's a lot narrower than yours.
Hangman's Gambit. Oh wait, we don't even have to choose.
Oh no.
You know what that
The
says.
wristwatch. It's the wristwatch.
Give me an I. Hey.
Give me an S.
Hey. Wait. Move out the way. Give me a
W.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Give me a
W.
Give me an A.
Your roommates must hate us.
Hey, yo, fucking give me an A, bro. Yeah. Give me a C. Give me an H. Wristwatch.
I've got it! Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night.
We know it worked.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
I was confused when he said Bade Ishimaru. I was like, but based Ishimaru. I don't know, Brando. I don't know.
That's
I
right.
don't know about
Taka
that.
was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the
Slipping
wrong
through my
assumption about the
fingers
order
all
of
the
events,
time.
all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yeah.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on.
You see why he can't be the murderer?
Too dumb
If
to be the
that's
murderer.
true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
Rude.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room
That was the
when his
reason.
body
Fair.
disappeared.
That was the
I'll
reason.
accept that reason.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
And we'll figure out how Hifumi's body got moved in this ad break. No, I'm joking, not an ad break, a pee break.
It's for me.
Bim, boom.
That's
Thanks.
true. We searched everywhere, but
Now
we
I
couldn't
gotta pee,
figure out how to
Buffalo.
explain
I
his
can
body
hold.
disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone for a minute, more than a minute. So then the killer was able to get in and out in that short amount of time? It would seem so. That was an accident. That was a complete accident. Complete accident.
It's okay, we forgive you.
It's also not letting me
Go back. Is it because it's dead?
Yeah, it's dead.
What does this mean?
It's dead.
What does this mean?
It means that we've got to go anyway. So I will save it when in a moment. Cool, we're ending the stream here for now. Because
the controls are dead.
Well, there's just the left one.
Yeah.
I can still continue it really, but I can't aim without that. So